What's up guys, Ryan here. I'm really excited to bring you this gameplay. I'm at Nuketown 2025 using the Vector K10 with Fast Mag and Laser Sight. This is my highest kill game yet. I went 89 and 29 and I'm really excited to show you guys. I want to talk about map control, DLC, and zombies in this game. So I want to start with DLC. Later in this game I do pick up a Peacekeeper. I would have used it in the game if I did have DLC, but I didn't have it at the point of time where I made this. So, let's actually start with the Peacekeeper then. When I picked it up, I didn't think it was an assault rifle. I didn't think it was a machine gun, excuse me. I thought it was an assault rifle. It has barely any recoil. It shoots like an assault rifle. It has the power of an assault rifle. I don't really know how it's in a submachine gun, but I guess it is.
HQ captured.
I do think it's a little bit unfair that you have to pay for the gun. I mean, DLC is a subject that I don't like because I feel when Call of Duty Elite came out, it's like they're selling you an incomplete game. You know, how can they sell you a game and then have expectations to sell more of the game? Like, parts of the game that didn't come out on the disc, it should be illegal. It's just my feelings on the game, or it should be like $10 for the DLC. It's ridiculous. But on the other hand, it is what it is, and I really don't have any power over that, so I guess I just have to accept it, and I'll just talk about the DLC instead. So, with the drop of the DLC, totally new game, totally new thing no one's ever seen before. Zombies turned. It's a totally new thing. I think it's really fun. It could get really boring, you know. It's more for your friends and not something people are gonna like start doing like MLG for like online. I mean, it's not really that kind of thing, in my opinion. It's gonna get really boring fast. It's not something made to last, in my opinion. But I keep saying in my opinion because I just want you to know it's what I think. I could most likely be wrong, and you know, I hope to be wrong because I want this to be a thing. I love new ideas and just things no one's ever seen before, and I think it's really cool. That's why I love DLC in the sense of new stuff. But like I said, I'm upset about paying for it and all this money in complete games. So there's Turned, that's fun. There's Die Rise, which is amazing. I love it. I love what they did. I really hope Flopper is available on the map. I have seen images of it on the map. It's an Easter egg though. No one's sure if you can actually buy it yet, so you know, it's very high suspense for video games. But something that upsets me about the game is they really don't have like a Kino der Toten map or, you know, Der Riese map. It's just like, it's not zombies anymore. It's become something different. Die Rise isn't the best for rape training. It's not the best for going far, in my opinion. You can get to far rounds, but it's not the same, really. I guess it's more of, at Kino, I guess it could get pretty boring, because it gets to the point where you're doing the same thing, but there's so much space at Die Rise, I don't know. I feel like I'm never going to figure out the map, but that's how I always feel when a DLC comes out. There's the new multiplayer map, which I have not played yet. I'm pretty sure it's in this drop. I haven't even checked. And yeah, so Peacekeeper, spoke about it. I spoke about Turn, Die Rise, and yeah, that's probably about it. I do have Season Pass, so I don't get left out on map packs. It's a much better deal than buying all three separately. And yeah, so if you are wondering, in the gameplay, I just edit out the parts where I'm waiting to respawn because we have the headquarters, because I don't know if you want to see that or not. If you do, leave a comment and I just won't do that anymore. But right now I think you don't want to see that. so I just edited it out. So now I get to talk about map control. What I do is I don't want to run a direct route anywhere. I think it's better if you run leaves and behind buildings, and you want to pick off people, because if you run into the spawn, you're gonna die. That's where they all are. That's where, you know, you're gonna lose those gunfights, because that's not something you can win. If it's 4-on-2, 4-on-1, or 3-on-1, and they all are aware you're there, you can't win that gunfight, most likely, unless they're all horrible and you're good. But in most cases, you're not going to win. So what I suggest is, if you're gonna spawn trap, which I do in this game, you don't run into their spawn, because first of all, it causes a spawn clip, and second of all, you will die. So what you do is, you go to the side of the building, you peek through doors, you keep switching up your spot, so they don't know what's expected, because if they're expecting you to come, they'll wait for you, and they will camp you out until you show up again, so they can kill you, and that is not how you spawn trap. If you want to spawn trap, you have to do it like that. Then map control. Map control is having more than half of the map in your team's favor. You want to make sure they can't keep you in your spawn. You at least want to get to halfway in the map or more, depending on where you want to play from. Because I'm not saying you have to play from there. And for example, that's a 2-on-1 gunfight that I couldn't even win in their spawn. Spawn flips are something you have to be aware about when you're spawn trapping, because if you're not careful, you could cause one, and then they can just kill you from the other end, which does happen 1 or 2 times in this gameplay. So picking up guys is something like, if I pick up that guy, I run back in here, because then they're going to expect me to still be there, and if I stand in that door, I'm out there. It's like, obviously I'm right there. And you also want to be aware of if you have the headquarters or not, because I wasn't even aware we had the headquarters, and I died like I wasn't playing cautiously enough. I definitely would have tried to stay alive longer. Well, I mean, I always try to stay alive longer, but I would have been more cautious in my actions, is what I might say. This is a 14-minute gameplay, 14.5 minutes, so I hope you do enjoy this. I hope I'm not getting boring for you. Make sure to like and comment, sub on this video. I'm probably going to say that again in this video. It really helps us out, you know, it's a new channel. We have about 7 subs right now, and every sub counts, because if we get 8, that's 1 more view for every video, and then you show your friends, you show someone about us, we're going to get more subs, and the more subs, the more we will show up on YouTube, and we'll be in the sidebars, and people will check out our videos, and it really helps us out. I really do appreciate support of watching these videos, especially if you do like and sub to our channel. I graciously appreciate that. So I do pick up the Peacekeeper here because I couldn't help myself. I didn't have DLC at this time. So if you haven't seen it, it's a freaking assault rifle. Like, I had no idea. No recoil. I've never seen a submachine gun without recoil. The Vector even has recoil, and actually I talked about that. I spoke for a really long time in the last commentary I did, and then I realized I wasn't recording it. So I was saying, the Vector barely has any recoil, and that's why I like it. It fits my game style, because I don't want to be caught in those situations where I'm in close quarters combat and I have an assault rifle, but I also want to be able to win a gun range, like a gunfight from range, because if you're using a Scorpion Evo or I guess an MSMC, it's not really the best for long range fights. You'll lose those long range gunfights. So that's why I like the Vector. People don't like it because they say it doesn't have enough damage, but I think it works fine for me. You just have to know what you're doing. Map, so your radar is a huge part of map control, because your radar tells you where they are. If you see one red dot or enemy dot, there's most likely going to be more than one enemy dot in that position, because that's just how spawns work, especially in Nuketown. So as you can see, there was about 3 dots there. I guess I went too far out, because you know, there's sometimes it's weird where they can just shoot you around the corner. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's a thing. Also, there's those guys with their target finder LSATs, and you really can't do much about that because they'll just aim down their sight and wait for you. So like that's most likely something you wouldn't have won with the Scorpion Evo because it's from range, and that's why I like the Vector. So using your map is a huge part of map control, radar I mean. Also using a gun you're comfortable with, use a gun you like and you know you can use here, because if you're going to use like MK48 and rush at that, you know you can't rush with it, it's got a horrible rate of fire, it's heavy, you don't have like a lot of mobility with that, and that's not something smart to use. LSAT, really any LMG, the only one I could suggest is the QBB because it has a killer rate of fire, it doesn't have a chain mag so it's got a faster reload than most of the other guns. It has about 75 bullets in a mag, which is really good. And if you have thrown like rapid fire, quick draw, and a stock on there, it becomes a submachine gun. And it's actually ridiculous. I love it. It's cheap, I know, but I mean, if it's not something everyone uses, like an LSAT target finder, I mean, you can't really say like, oh, you knew, because it's not something everyone's doing. It's something you thought about. It's something you like, you enjoy. And honestly, the noobing is such like it's a weird concept because it's like, how can you call someone a noob like if they're doing good with that gun? Unless, you know, of course it's a noob dude. It's not really noobing. So that's my thoughts about that. I wasn't really expecting to talk about that. Also, a big part of map control is knowing, like, if you're playing an objective type game, like not TDM or Kill Confirm, or more of Headquarters, Hardpoint, love Hardpoint, Domination, you know about where spawns are and where people are most likely going to be. They're going to be around Hardpoint, around the Headquarters, and around generally where the objective is. I died like picking up a Scar because I wasn't really paying attention. I should have expected guys to be at the Headquarters trying to destroy it when I was the only one on my team alive. I do actually have a Warthog right now if you're wondering what that is. I love it. It's, I think, a 1600 point streak. Yeah, so hear that kid raging right there. I've got a lot of kills at this point. As I said before, I go 89 and 29 in this gameplay. And something I'm really proud about is 10,000 points in a game. So, you know, Modern Warfare 3, you know, trying to get gold guns, all I would do is go for objectives, 10,000 point game, 10,000 point objectives, because that's what got it. But I got 10,000 points in the game, you know, just from kills and playing objective. And I love playing objective because that gets you towards your kill streaks and your point streaks or whatever they're called. It's just, this game's made me more of an objective player along with Modern Warfare 3 with point streaks. I like the system better because it's like more of what seems to be kill streaks, but you can get it from a point streak. Everything's a little bit more expensive, but it's alright with me because that means, you know, kids aren't going to be getting like precision airstrikes like in Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, whatever you want to call it. It's just a much better game in my opinion. So the gameplay is coming to an end about here. I pick up the final kills with this gun, so I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I really appreciate a sub, really anything, a like, comment on the video, even tell your friends about us. So yeah, you know, I really appreciate your guys' support in this new channel. It's not easy starting a new channel, so any support we can get, we really appreciate. So make sure to drop that sub, check out any other videos you want to see, and tell your friends about us. So yeah, Ryan out.